Hey everyone, I'm Tassenix, and welcome to Season 77, 5 vs 5 Grand Arena Championship, Week 3, Round 1. My opponent, once again, is this French duo running this, very well-tuned account, especially for this meta. It is DΔrk KiIISr, the Ruthless. Dadadan, I see you in the chat. Good to see you. Let's see. Roarer, hey, Cosley check. Hi, Task, good luck. I saw you pay for that roster review we did the other day. I saw you, man. Thank you. Kurt Ferguson, Sonic Music. Yeah, you paid up those channels. Kurt Ferguson's Sonic Music makes me smile. Nice. Dadadan, yep, good to see you, man. Yeah, Dadadan and DΔrk KiIISr are the two guys that plan and execute on this account, so. Fun match last time. If you guys were here at the end of week 1, I had a couple counters that I was very confident were going to be 64, 65, and then they dropped. It was like 2 of them. And yeah, hopefully we don't have too much of that today. We'll find out. Cheap Dog, good luck, Tass. I skipped work to watch this. Just kidding. Good. This should be a good show. I don't know if it's, paying money out of pocket like that. Able to watch, yes, able to, nice Aragon, able to catch me at work. All right, let's go ahead and get the predictions set up. So if you were here last time, I want to say he had 1 drop on my whole defense the last time we fought. And that was kind of a fluke for him. He's otherwise been very clean in most places. So that said, prediction's going to be 1 or less, 2 or more. All right, let's get this on screen and get moving. So, rank 30 fighting him at rank 26. My 17.1 million GP to his 14.9. Yeah, I'm just Goliath on this guy. It's crazy how many stat advantages I have here, right? Zetas, we both have them all. GAC Omicrons, I have 97 to his 71. Top 80 average speed, my 169 to his 159. Mod analysis, as we said last time, we got him, round the clock on speed, on offense, on defense. So if mods make you win, surely I'll win, right? Right? All right, relic analysis. Total levels, my 2,761 to his 2023. Relic 10 count, my 22 to his 3. Relic 9s, my 195 to his 51. Relic 8s, 87 to 67. It occurs to me looking at this and thinking about set 25 expiring here at the end of this season. Everybody had tricked out stats where even if you were fighting into Relic Delta that should matter, you probably had the stats from the crons to smooth that out. So it's gonna be interesting, the future after this season. Brave New World. Datacron analysis. Total rerolls, my 9538 to his 2301. So he's definitely rerolled the ones that needed rerolling. He's got great crons. Level 9 Datacrons, my 70 to his 57. Levels 6 to 8, I have 1, he has 0. And levels 3 to 5, I have 7, he has 8. Here. Vin Altabi, good to see ya. Good evening. TJ, hey Tass. From the street. Winner, it's the couch for you. No pressure. Oh, from the from the scheme team. I got you, dog. Makes sense. DΔrk KiIISr, hey. See, that's the other opponent. So DΔrk KiIISr and Dadadan are the guys running the show here. What's going on, guys? All right. Back into the Galactic Legends on this account. Ray, Vast, Blacker. I miss it, too. Also pretty solid. Yeah, all these are very well done. Okay. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Omega Bot report. So this is based on the last 2 weeks of data. We'll see what we got here. I want to say he's had like only one Erodium along the way, the entire season, something like that. So maybe it's just this last graph that might be skewed a bit, but anyway. As far as attack timing, yeah, they usually go later in the round. Fair. So do I. Speed-wise, you can see I am the mountain lumbering in the background. And then banner efficiency-wise, that's a lot of 65s. If you give him the opportunity, he's looking for the 66, 67, 68, so on. All right, defenses the last week. Pirate King Hondo, Fugitive Omega, BKM, Stranger Starkiller, Halloran with Jedi Master Mace tucked in there. Not Jedi Master Mace lead, though. Great Mothers, DVDE, Reva, Rey Swallow Ezra, Jabba, Ahsoka with Watt, and then some minor mixes from there. Endurance, Home 1, Executrix, generally on defense. And bottom front, we might expect to see Reva, Great Mothers, DVDE, and Inquisitors. If not Great Mothers, gas. All right, on offense, he is using Gungans, Queen, JMK Cat, Lord Vader, Slacker, JML, Sith Eternal, Balin, Malgus, Leia, Cere Malicos Maul, and then whatever else is needed after that to finish the job. DTMG, Maz, Treya, Boba, so on. Leviathan, Profundity, and Executor, always on offense. Very fair. And what has he dropped on so far this season? Sign of Django, Great Mothers, Aphra, DVDE, and a Rey Swallow. That's about it. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dropped attacks all season. Very clean execution. All right. Let's head back on over into the game. How we doing on the prediction? All right. Give you guys another, 30 or so seconds. Get those last minute votes in. Okay, great. Ads just finished. We're just about to wrap up the prediction. So if you're over on Twitch and you haven't gotten your vote in, is it going to be one or less drops, or will it be two or more? Wager the destiny of your channel points. Typing in the chat. Good luck, Tass. Appreciate you. All right. So, 67% of you said 67% of points wagered went with one or less. 33% went two or more. Okay, you believe. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Mos Ross. Sorry I didn't see your comment earlier. Yeah, I'm not trying to take Greenland, so it's good. You keep it. I don't want it. Good. All right, let's have a look. So, hats off to Dark Killer for having cleared at least the bottom front here before I went live. Appreciate that. We're both fully committed to the board. Jay Chung, hey, good to see you. Welcome. All right, let's talk about how he cleared this bottom front. So, against Queen Amidala, who has generally not been on defense this season. There are a couple ways to deal with that, but the gambit of this wall is, if I read him correctly, then, if I read them correctly, then I think I'm pulling the things I want with this wall. And we'll see how correct I am as we go, because he hasn't cleared the whole thing yet. That being said, Queen, he got a 64 against Pirate King Hondo, Silvo, SM33, Brutus, and Vane with the new Vanecron. I did basically copy the 369 that Fatal seemed to be willing to lock in with, and tried to just re-roll for more defense and health. Got only a little bit of that. The stats are kind of a grab bag. It's not the best set of rolls, but here we are, right? All that said, 64 banners, so neat. No, wait a minute. 65. You got a 65 there. That's a typo. Not a Benson. So, okay. BKM, Paz, Grogu, BKK, bam. That was a 65. And then against Lord Vader was a 68. So that's got to be C. Bane. So he finished the front wall with a score of 512. You know, if you have a 65 for every battle on the wall, you have a 510, right? So he finished +2 over that. So if my strategy of hoping that I drew the right things up front and it doesn't cause him problems later, that's it. I mean, that's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. All right. In the back, we have Maz. I'm not really setting this team, but given what you're seeing here on the rest of the wall, I think you'll kind of see it makes sense from a resources point of view. So, Maz, Kix, Quiggold, Ithano, and Nest with a Healercron. Dadbod Boba, Jabba, Asajj Dark Disciple, Forlom, and Dam with the Asajj Dark Disciple Crom. Then we have Balin, Shin, Marok, Dengar, and OG Hondo with the new Balin FDC. And yeah, it's if you guys remember the original bespoke Balin Cron, the stats were kind of randomized. Everybody could go get the same Cron, like all the abilities would be the same, 3, 6, 9, and whatever else. But the stats would be all over the place, and people who had offense did a lot better in that meta. I don't know that this makes all the difference in the world, but I heard that the stats were different on the paid FDC. So yes, I am one of the people that shelled out for it. Feel free to mock me at your leisure if and or when the meta proves that these different stats from the Cron that you can otherwise earn actually matter. Be like me or mock me eternally. I will be there at the front lines at your, at your expense. Yeah. So here's hoping that this does something, right? Up top, we've got Stranger, Spider Maul, Starkiller, Xeris, and OG Cal with the Xeris Healercron. And he did get a 55 on that. So that's almost certainly Lord Vader, right? And that's all the further that he's cleared. As far as other teams up top, you've got Ahsoka, Ezra, General Syndulla, Hu Yang, Padawan Sabine, Tankron, then Rey, Luminara, Zalbar, GK, and Swolo with the Luminara Healercron. And then, of course, my own EP DVDE team with Piet. So I saw that specifically our opponent did drop on that a couple times. I think the first time was probably a surprise. The next couple times was trying stuff, knowing that he'd already dropped once, I want to say. But, it's still maybe challenging to set this orientation of the team with Piet. We'll find out. And if it's not, it's up top, and I'm not hinging my defense on it. Yeah? All right, and that's as much as we can discuss about my defense. All right. Hey, Wolfie Vader, GG Task, may the force be with you. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, I know I'm a filthy whale, TJ. Drax says, it's strange that the paid-for Cron stats weren't whole additive. It takes some other the stats away, too. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Fine. LBC Robbie would never mock you, Task. You the man, as the kids say. Hey, how you doing, Robbie? What's going on? All right. Let's talk about his defense, top side. So he's got his own Dadbod Boba, Dengar, Boba, Zam, and then Asajj Dark Disciple. 5 stars here, so he's put me to the test on the mechanics here being active, and that is with the Boba FDC, the outgoing one, followed by Reva, and this is with the Inquisitor Barriss Cron, so the pieces necessary to fully activate it. Grand Inquisitor, Second Sister, 9th, and Inquisitor Barriss. BKM, Bam, Oz, Grogu, BKK with a Healercron. And then Fugitive Omega, Crosshair, Mercenary Wrecker, Mercenary Hunter, and Batcher. Yeah, I've heard Batcher's been kind of a pain in the ass. In particular with the Crosshair Cron. I don't know. What I heard. And especially if you're trying to do something crazy like Fugitive Omega as an attack on Stranger. then yeah, you want Badger. All right, bottom front. So, Great Mothers, Marin, DTP, Morgan, and Spirit with a support cron and an obscene amount of armor penetration, right? 420%. Max health damage, level 3. EP, DVDE team with Piet. So, you know, he fought it last week. Thought it was all right. I do it all the time. So he said, yoink, I'll have that. And that's fair. So, got that set down. Gas 501st with an attacker cron. High health on this one. Interesting, right? What is this meant to complicate? I guess if you had a heavy health bias, what does that make it harder to do? Shouldn't make it harder to see. But it is a temptation to use C here. The high armor penetration is what makes you want to not use C. Think about that. All right, and then you've got his own Stranger Team Star Killer, Fighter Maul, Visas, Luminara with the Lumicron. So it's kind of a slightly different threat. Yeah, Dark Killer here. My opponent in the chat says health can be annoying for some certain counters, and of course, too soon to specify, naturally. Like JML, you can get surprised, potentially your new Wampa Cron. I don't think I was going to try Wampa anyway, but I like that you saw that I had it. That is the third Cron from the brand new set that I did get. I didn't pay the cash for that one, I just rolled that one up. The only one that I bought was the Balin Cron. All right, so let's talk about the first thing. If you guys scout my history sometimes, you might see at the end of last week, Mad Mage Nira used Sith Eternal to clear my Stranger Healer team. So I was like, I wonder if that might work for me. Because I'm pretty sure that this guy's going to set Stranger Healer. And he did. Not Xeris Kron, fine. But as far as attacks out of turn go, the only thing you're really concerned about is what? Sith Eternal using his middle. That's about it. So stay away from that. We ought to be all right, type of thing. That is the underlying theory. And, you know, he lost his Savage attacking mine, but it's also, you know, probably a Relic Delta issue stacking up against him. 4.5 minutes, so the fight can be a little lengthy. But this is the underlying theory here. Retribution from linking. So that means that you just assume to run without the health, I guess. Or, sorry, without the protection. And that's why the Kron he used, was straight health. So, fair enough. You're just expecting your protection to be disrupted off the rip. That might be also why he could have lost his Savage attacking. Because my Savage is protection kitted to be resistant against Padme. I think we've done this before at some cost. Let's give this a try. I'm feeling it because he did get a 55 with Lord Vader, and I did set my Lord Vader. That's part of the gambit, right? The idea here. I could probably have tried that again and gotten equal or hopefully a couple better banners. We will see. Speaking of which, that does imply that I'm using Bane separately, so I'll have to remember that. What am I doing for Dad Bod? Did I already have something noted? Doing for some honeymoon? I should look that up. This is kind of a very important moment of decision. I wonder if something very specific. Let's see what we got cooking here. Malgus eats it. JMK is not your preferred option, so you're not treating it very different. Not a lot that's high banner, I'll say that. I mean, you do have some part of the... you have a good bit of that level 9 still active. So JMK would be a fine answer if I'm not planning on... Yeah, we can make this work. I can make this work. So we can assume that JMK is probably that suit. All right, I'm feeling better and better about this. Malik and Savage. Health. We're looking for support. This Kron has been all over the place this season. We'll miss it.
Is it Malik? Is it fourth?
Malik. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Were you not here just a second ago when I was showing it my history? Because my opponent used this against me last week, so I was like,
nice. Okay.
Nice. Yeah. It took him a while, but he also had Relic Delta and other things to contend with, and yeah, I'm willing to believe that that's a problem.
Fair enough.
Who is it that
I'm guessing Health Run?
Guessing that you just isolate Starkiller, then you just beat Starkiller when the moment comes. That's the kind of thing.
Can you off target? Since when can you off target?
Well, how about you shut up?
Okay, no. That was a genuine question. I was not being sarcastic.
No. I'm just joking back because I wasn't really thinking about that, so that's fair.
Yeah, but okay, so fair. I didn't know if something in the Kron made it so you can off target.
Okay, let me catch up with this in the chat real quick. Starkiller, yeah, you'd like Task the Wind for sure. Start dropping fights then. That's entirely up to you, man. Just go for it. Go for it. Boss One, hey, good to see ya. Nate Dogg says, hey, Task, how upsetting is it for you to look at the leaderboard and see bogus accounts ahead of yours? CG has got to fix this already. Upset is what I was maybe like a year ago, something like that. But this bug is more than 2 years old, man. Like, I just can't maintain that level of anger for something that, you know, that is ultimately a wrinkle. You know, it's not the best. It makes it very difficult to make a run for the top ranks. It's one of those things where if enough new accounts go in, it's happened to me at least twice where I've gone 3-0 and then lost rank compared to where I started out the week prior. That part sucks. That part really sucks because it feels like you're pissing in the wind, which is why I honestly enjoy my matches a lot more when I'm not focused on that these days. Like, I enjoy fighting good opponents. I enjoy, you know, high quality, really having to think it through matches. It's fun. It's fun that way. Focusing, having touched, you know, having been at the top of the mountain before, I would like to go for it again, but that's more or less about riding the right wave, right? There has to be not a ton of Erodiums coming in for a long enough period of time, type of thing. So. Does isolate block Spider from marking allies? Oh, we'll all find out together, you know? What is this? So, it does occur to me that with this setup, it doesn't have missing only. I guess what I'm thinking is, I think I'm not going to be able to link both Stranger and Starkiller. So I have to link Starkiller.
Yeah, probably for the first ult, I want to say, right?
We'll find out. Let's get about it. Got a ways to go. And if we just drop on the first fight, piss on it. We'll just have some fun, man. All right, so yeah, indeed, we cannot ignore. But we'll play it the way I think it should be played. Let's link up Starkiller. And hopefully fear does some work for me. Feels good, man. Okay. I'm suspicious of this one so far. The notions about the protection modded Sauvage may indeed be correct. We'll find out together.
On the plus side, at least he's taunting now.
Le Pixel Cube just followed the channel. Welcome. Good to have you. So, if I can't link who I really want, we'd have to force it over. Have to do that. What does that mean?
So, kill Striker and then relink as needed.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we have to come back around.
I won't worry too much about...
That's the unfortunate.
Keep the taunt.
Obviously got a drain.
Keep the...
Oh, it's going to come back.
I mean, fair, it is going to come back.
You have to believe, Shake. Surely this will work for me. It's worked for others. That's how.
Yeah, it seems to be working so far.
That's how. That's how things work, right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And now you can link the two damagers of sorts, right?
Yeah, I mean, in a technical sense, yes.
I mean, technically, Maul.
You can't really. Well, I forget. I think it's in his base kit. I don't think you can delete Maul regardless.
Yeah. That's fine. You can delete Stranger at least.
What I suspect is actually going to happen is we might end up just beating him. And
to death.
The support cron enables powers that are truly unnatural.
Yeah. So
truly
far,
unnatural.
Everyone but C.
Yeah. I am very intensely not going to try to be hitting anybody but the Spider Maul right now. Let's all just be cool.
You can't hit anybody but Spider Maul in the first place, so why worry?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just as well because I was not going to be doing it anyway. That is the plot of our show.
So it's all working out.
Yeah, it's all quite going according to plan. Yeah, see? Yeah.
I don't like that part.
Well, you know, it's unfortunate that you don't like it because let me tell you about things that are going to be happening regardless. Okay? Okay. Yeah, now listen, here, don't wig out on me. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool, I said. I really could not have been more clear about that. Let's give him the zap because we can. I'm sure that we will not be punished for that specific choice. Said. Huh?
Oh yeah, it'll be fine.
Nihilus. Doing it big for 59. Yeah. Yeah. And definitely in the annals of we had him the whole time, right? Right?
I mean, this one was definitely in there, yeah. Also, this was better than Lord Vader, frankly, you know?
That's what I was kind of thinking. That's why Lord Vader was on defense. That was the gamble, and we'll see. So, yeah, gas, as far as it being a problem for JML, in the sense that if you have very high health and you're relying on driving coins through Jedi Cal with his riposte to hit under a heavy protection pool and snipe people out, that'll be probably much harder to do with a high health pool specifically. Okay, well, glad we did that. DVDE, I wanted to try Fatal's way. Fatal did this with Saw. I think he said he went for the 4-man. He went with high crit damage attacker, which we do have. Do I have one, though, that's more bulk? I don't specifically... billion. turn meter at that. The answer to... Wait a minute. That can't be. Shortly out. He did not. Sportsfang did not. All right. So the closest that I can do that is both helpful. This one. Do that. Isn't really about. I think I also saw Fatal try the 4-man, and he ran just out of damage against an opponent. So I am thinking to bring Kyle. I would very much hate to be caught short on that. Stoneward on YouTube says, Tass, I saw your guide for Quad May. Had her using health, but I looked like your current modding was protection and defense. Did your opinion change on her best modding? The idea is this is actually consistent with what I say in the video. There are arguable advantages to being health spec or protection spec. The biggest thing that I've changed recently is taking the crit avoidance arrows off of Queen, Master Qui-Gon, and Padawan Obi-Wan. And I shifted them uniformly over to health, just so that, you know, I know that set 25 doesn't have long to live. But if you saw, I did a Queen attempt last week, I want to say against Mad Mage near, or maybe it was the second round. But we survived until Rey's second ult went off. And this is where a Krex had gotten off, you know, Krex tucked in with the Rey team, had gotten off a couple uses of that third ability. So a ton of debuffs dropped, a ton of offense fed into Rey, so that when that second ultimate went off, Padawan instantly deleted. So when I put him into the health arrow, I also meant to put her into a protection primary, but then I ended up finding a health primary, and then I just was looking at other mods, and if you look at her right now, she's got kind of a blend of protection and health. And this is what I said in the video, is life total, I think, is the most important. Like, health does the most for her personally, I think. Defense does get carried over to... wait a minute. I think defense does go to the decoy to some degree, but protection is better for the decoy, and I think better overall for Padme's for Queen's individual survivability. Like, yes, you know, she gets less benefit from healing over time, but in terms of making her and the decoy as units just the biggest thick bricks you can get, probably protection, but ultimately I don't think that matters too much. I would, you know, go with health, go with protection. In my case, I actually have a blend. Specifically, though, if you're wanting to tech for having your Queen best suited to fight Rey, probably would want to have a health orientation on. All right, Turd Ferguson says, the real question is, what are we going to do in threes now that's set 25? We're going anything you fucking want. Your hands have been tied for months because anything can beat anything when set 25 turbocharged with everybody having maxed out stat rolls can allow anything to beat anything. And on a board that's already too small in fives, I mean, that's the only refuge during the life of set 25 is 3 versus 3, because at least as restrictive as set 25 has felt, I would say that at least having the bigger board allowed us to put some pressure on that. Hey, Sheepdog. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until the ads get done. We just started an ad set. I don't want to cut anybody off. I do think I am gonna go with the full. God help me if you guys get turns, yeah? Because it's gonna be ugly. What's the thing to not do is not AoE, right? Is that it? Wait a minute. No, that's a stranger. It's attacks out of turn that we're not wanting. Well, I don't think that's really a problem, right? Nobody's following up on anybody, right? Right? Let's see. Lord Porg says, I said it yesterday during Scribe stream. For the next championship, we'll have to relearn the game without those DCs. For sure. I was saying this the other day. It was a very big shift to the meta when the last time we had Rollcrons, they were not as busted as Set 25's Rollcrons were, but they were absolutely meta-defining for their entire lifetime. And yeah, it was a really fun period after. I think it's fun. It is going to be scary. A whole bunch of stuff that people have been relying on because of the, inherent overpoweredness of some of these Set 25 abilities. I'm sorry, they're going to have to get tabled. But the sun will shine on them again. All right, we're back. Let's go for it. The thing is, my gut is telling me take the that also. This is a cron that I'm often using with Leia, but I don't need this cron strictly. So we're going to do that instead. Let's see how it goes. I'm your friend. Can I interest any of you in not being here anymore? How about you? That's good. I could have done that towards Mara Jade. I'll also put it in the not the end of the world category. He said confidently. Moments before his destruction. Dispel to speed up? Probably. Get the speed up rolling on these guys. Giga Stun? Pretty Giga Stun. Yeah, I'll take it. Sure, special, why not? Fit in where you fit in. Ooh, that's an attack out of turn. Aha. See? Oof. Gotta respect the law, it would seem. Going to have to through you. Ability block? Maybe? Ability blocks on basic. So. Okay, so you happen to be open, and surely you're the highest priority target. Alright, we did get a direct hit in while we could. Stick to the script. Ooh. Under that now. Calm down. Old friend. Friend. He's stunned? Not quite the droid we're looking for. Especially with the tenacity down and everything. You guys are kind of pissing me off. Thought I was reasonably specific about this. Okay. Dispel? Yeah, that's not the end of the world. Us being locked down feels terrible. Guys burning feels great though. Surely you have to die right there. Okay. Dispel is the law of the land. Come on. Where is that Cere stun? I need that Cere stun to land. Ever so very desperately. Land it. Stick the landing. Yes. Okay. Hi. How are you? Listen, I need you to still be gone. And by gone, I mean not here. And by that, I mean please die fast. Fast, though. Okay. Quick like a bunny. Over there. Make stun. Yeah. So, not necessarily the cleanest banners if the enemy is allowed to interact with the game. Which is fair. Also, yeah. The assist call out of the summon. Not the very best. Okay. Dude, you are killing me with that. The resisting everything? Okay. Well, I mean, okay. Okay. How are we looking? Are we actually recovering? $62 is not terrible, but not the best for this opponent. So what? I felt okay. I don't know. I didn't mind it though. All right. Riva for this. Probably the game plan.
That is not Riva.
I
just want you to know.
You're right. Thinking ahead. My head is somewhere else. All right. Healer. Check the chat real quick. Your signal keeps dropping. Hope everything is going good. Yeah, Aragon. Things are going well. Yeah, it looks like after Palp Unique is gone, you can recover banners. Okay, yeah, I was kind of happy with that. Thaw was incredible, GG. Glad you liked that, yeah. Fatal was talking about it in this week's episode of Plotting and Scheming. That'll be out for everybody tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. Patrons have already had it a few days, but you guys know what's up. But yes, that has been good. All right, this is the healer cron I have been using. Okay. Have you dismantled your roll crons? No. The lock-in right now is for TW. I think I'm still I'm gonna load in my TW mods later today and lock in. So until I've done that, no. But yes, if you're already locked in for this last TW in this set, then you're safe to start dusting those crons. All right. Go. Okay. Okay. Assist and kill. Not quite. Not the very finest banners, it would seem. Which, again, not the best scenario for us. But 63 is better than what I thought it was going to be. Yeah. All right. Gas. So, obviously not Sith Eternal. We do have Bane. We do have JML. We have a host of options. I guess I can take a look real quick. Don't have my favorite bounty hunter team because of our, particular scheme today. Okay. Talk about JMK. Yeah, I think I might want to keep JMK. Gas for 65 is interesting. So we quickly move. All right, so here's a 65 using a 4-man. I was wondering if 4-man JML was worth trying, but this did have some health added too, and it took him 2.5 minutes. $65. Well, I think we should be okay. Tanuver, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, we're bleeding a couple more banners than he is here, but the hope is that over the long haul of the defense, I'm able to cause some type of problem for him. And as of now, not looking the very best. But we haven't dropped anything. We're just, already a couple banners. Not ideally situated type of thing. So, we'll see. Problem is, without in the past when I've decided to drop Hoda from fights like this, it's the type of thing where you know that you have the opportunity to you know that you have the opportunity to recover banners, but you don't have the guys. I'm wondering if I try the Wampa. Thinking about it real quick. I miss this, Kron. It's good to have it back. Last time we had it concurrent with Darth Sidious, which felt like it was too much. Still at least flying half a ship, maybe. Yeah, we're not lost or anything, but it feels already a couple pennies behind, which we can ill afford. That's the idea. We should be all right. Hi. That should not be. Right? Right? Okay, thank you. Thank you, friend. I was gonna say, like, you're kind of killing me with that, friend. Just go ahead and blast him. Blast him, please. We just got a raid-in from Bones with 8 viewers. Welcome, Bones. Welcome, Raiders. Good to have you. We are currently working out whether or not there are going to be issues. Oop. Not my favorite. Where the outcomes go. really nice to mark here. Yeah. Yeah. Goal would be to turbo our way to glory with Hoda. So let's do what we manage here. Okay. This is almost certainly a kill. The basic will be answered with a counter that goes on AML. Looking at. I feel like we'll just hit this. Yeah, this feels like the right move. Son of a bitch. All right. LG. All right, so we made it through. What's he got back here? Got some stuff cooking. You got a JMK. All right. Do that every day. Let's see here. Ray, Swallow, Cere, EEzra, GK. There. Probably Slacker for that then. JMK, Cat, Mace, Padme, Nips, Attacker. Interesting. So, how about Leia then? You understand. I have to think about that. We'll look at that one. All right, Ahsoka, Watt. Okay. Padawan Sabine, Watt. So now that one's going to be probably just Great Mothers. NTP and Spirit. Ray Swallow. Cool. There. As far as the rest of the board go. So JMK can go for Dad Bod. Riva can what? Why need Cere? I have Cere. I mean, that is a valid option. I also have Bane, but Bane, as I recall, is not the very best. What would be really dope is if I could sit here and think about a great application for Wampa. I think Torture makes that unlikely. We are immune to stun. I wonder how this works. All their attacks out of turn. Now, they won't have the defense, right? Because when he's not in the leader slot, this other stuff above the big paragraph works. But they're not getting this added defense, the health protection recovery, the 10% turn meter gain. So, doubt is. So how does doubt work? Doubt works against us in the sense that, well, us gaining our protection up from middle can't be prevented, but us gaining turn meter from basic, from our counterattacks, would not be a thing. So it's possible that you could just get focus straight down. That is absolutely the case. BKM against Wampa feels like a bad bet. Against Fugitive Omega, as quick moving as this can be. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Be really cool if there was type of opportunity. Turn meter gains are bad against Ahsoka, so you can't even risk it there. That'd be kind of cool, though. All right, so yeah, hey, Bones, how did it go over there on your end? All right. So, he doesn't have G. Okay, so what does that mean? He has Leia, he has Slacker, his Queen, Balin. He's got plenty of tools, so he has stuff to fight these things. Just interesting. If I got the right draws, this might still be a fight. We'll have to find out. Alright, well... What did I have? Oh shit. I said I was going to do Aphra for that? Probably going to be better than Cere without Cal. I stopped to think. But let's actually stop to think about it. I mean, you have the AoEs coming out from Grand and from Reva still, and then without Cal to kind of, mitigate that and have some foresights out to prevent some of that damage, that can definitely be banner stripping. By the way, guys, it's about, it's the middle of the afternoon here. About 40 or so minutes, I'm going to have to take a couple minutes break because my daughter will be getting off the bus. So, yeah. OG Talzin versus Scion of Django has been great for me, but with Boba there, you can definitely lose someone. Otherwise, it's usually a 65. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it all depends on how the rest of this goes. Let's continue lining things up, though. So, Great Mother, Hacker, there. I did a pretty reasonable job of trying to set a fairly heavy defense. So I have a couple other ways I can move. Not too many. Okay, so how about it then? Aphra, BT1, 000, IG90, and B2 is what I saw on GG. Didn't I see somebody actually went for the 66? Critical. Doing most. Worth having. Check that. Okay, so Bane looks pretty simple here. We probably don't have to overcomplicate it then. Bane isn't otherwise assigned. Powerful option. Bane might also be good. Do I still have that tab? I think that's because I'd ultimately committed to do DMK there, so that's fine. There. This could be Bane, Bass. Keep that in mind. Boy, wouldn't that be a trip if I'm the one guy who fails with that shit, right? Bane. Show me with... Why did it matter? Minute 20 with health, good damage, health, armor, penetration. So a mix and you'll be fine. You're probably bursting out most of that team immediately. Smedge says, hey Tass, how's it going? Hey Smedge. No drops yet, but we are, in my opinion, a handful of banners behind. There's still quite a bit of match to be played. But he's cleared one more team. And what I'm really needing to think about is opportunities to pick up banners. Good for BAM here. We have JMM. We did that last round. Surely that's got some legs to it still. He had bulk? Turn meter. He had turn meter. I did. So, Seabane. Great mothers, for sure, yeah. Bane Sass. Talk to me about banners only. Great, we've already used profitably, so that was cool. Cere can be done. Heading out into the weeds banner-wise at a certain point. So, if Bane is a clean answer, what are you looking at with that? Just, okay, high health, reasonably high health. So that you can take some of these punches that are definitely coming your way. Aphra team. Got it. I could have sworn there was an Aphra in here towards the top. Really? DTMG for 65? No, I happen to be in the market for just such a thing. Tell me more about this. You're using Night Troop. Fight is 58 seconds long. I guess that Night Trooper isn't the secret sauce here. This is against a fully powered Inquisitor Barris as well. So there might be something to that one. That might be interesting to try. In which case, Bane moves to BKM. Very odd. Yeah. All right. We're in another ad set, so hopefully by the time we come out of this, I feel like I'm ready to go. Yeah, Didn't I do Gungans? Like armor penetration or something? I think we'll pen that in. This DTMG really interesting. Yeah, you were missing good damage stats. You also went with the buffs up. Interesting. Not good and not. Wonder if ninth is important there. Okay, good, good. Ads are over. Last thing to check is this attacker cron bulk. Ooh, that's some armor penetration. Boy! Nasty crons, man. Let's see. Ace, right? Yeah. So yeah, Leia, Jinrad, okay. Hacker still looks really good. So noted. Make this work. Looks like it'll be better banners. My crit damage, what was this one? This is high armor penetration. So just going for broke and smacking the shit out of them seems to be the ticket. All right. I think I'm about ready to go. Let's go ahead and line up this one. Alright, so we have the Giga crit damage. Main target being Cat, I assume? I'll find out together. Tiny Bubbles, hello there. Hello, how are you? Here. That very nice. So she's still DI'd. There's not a ton of sense in passing that. Now, is there good cause to push for R2? Not really. I guess we'll just try and take his turn meter. Yeah, we can't manipulate the turn meter anyway. We're still on lock, so I guess it is what it is at this point. Somebody especially nice to get rid of? Probably you, backing out a turn, whatnot. Not all of the damage that I was led to believe. 8. None of that now. You're gonna ignore taunts anyway. Don't see. Is this actually? Yeah, no. We want to get the ability block off of Leia. That would be preferred. Stealth only means something if they're debuffed, which they will not be for a period. Extended period, it would seem. Aye. Seems like it's going well. Wait, what? Why didn't you revive?
You can't crit. You didn't crit.
Oh, the crit. Yeah. That would do it. What are you? Messenger. Just gotta be patient, I guess. Work our way up. Their ultimate comes fast. It's a pretty solid damage spike. Gotta hope that R2 can hold the line.
He did it.
Things turn out. Jeez, looking grim.
Surely hard to earn, right?
You're gonna let me, like, kill somebody, right? This ultimate that's coming up, right? Need,
Yeah.
like, the whole team to just explode. Think you can do that for me? You think you can do that for me?
Do you think you'll survive the ult?
Guys, we were not immediately healed by all of this.
Alright, let's try.
Well, that's not good either. Okay.
Okay. You guys, you can just decide to back off.
No. You can't make me. Only they can make me? They're gonna make me. Shame. Alright. So A is gonna be a problem there. Rotate. A good one. JMK can fight JMK. Anything else for this bad bod team? Do I still have the tab up for that? JMK we can make. Let me think about it. Yeah, all the French people raving in the chat for our opponents. It's fair. It's fair. Root for the home team. Can't fault you for that. Hacker. This would be the ideal. All right, let's see. Can't call shock onto him, but we can onto you. See if we can't get rid of that inspire. Oh, we're all in the name. We were not all in the wipe. Thing strike does what? Removal. Then we gain turn. Care about that. Keeping you stunned as long. Okay, bye. Wow, we could actually mass assist and maybe go for a kill over here. Couldn't. We did try, though, I'll tell you that. If he's already at that fabled 1 health point type of thing, you know? Her being stunned would be great because she's about to heal these guys. Kill. Let's see here. He's going to come around fast regardless. I may as well pump. Yes, we are going to be vulnerable to... That's not as big of an issue. We'll see in a moment if I'm in any way correct about that. Under stealth with you. Done here. See, we could actually just drop the hammer here, right? And be ultimated. So maybe do that out of respect, out of an abundance of respect type of thing. Hit the middle, get some ult charge off that. Seems like a reasonable plan, all things considered. I need people to start going away. The emphasis was on the away, though. Good. If we type here, holy fuck. Yeah. Sit back with. So 59 will do. Yeah, so that Leia looked like it was going to be good. But it was not. That's another one of those where data supported what we were doing. Then it did not come to pass. It's going to have to be James. Okay, down. Hey, Snips. Padme. And I guess, you know, we just... Ooh, that is actually an interesting question. Who has the faster cat? 372. That is dangerous, guys. Because the thing is that without something else to intervene, his cat can just straight up smite mine, right? Which it will be given to doing. Careful. All right. Sansa 11, welcome. Welcome. Dad bod. I know we don't want it there that much. All right. And of course, Insight's dragging ass. Good. Good. Gotta be careful. We gotta make sure that we can clear here, man. I guess while I'm waiting for all of time to pass, I'm going to go ahead and do Gungans here. I don't think anything changes my mind about how we'll execute that one. Yeah, stick to the script. You have faith in me, Ray Rock. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll have to be careful. They haven't really buffed up yet, so to speak. Let's just do this. Make sure taunt is up. All moving to, yeah, just big damage. That's the only law we follow. You are delicious and weak looking, and also might lose your protection and get mass assisted. Pow. Just there and then not there. Hi, Howling Dog. I see what you were doing, Howling Dog. Now I don't really need to worry about Fugitive popping them off. Don't really have the AoE yet, so just basic because it's a bit like a train. Nice, we got blind again, another mass assist. Yep. There we go. The game itself was hesitating there a second. Like, So, good. All right, 65 there. We've officially taken the lead. Haha! Aha! Has our opponent made any other moves yet? No, not quite. Wait. All right, there he is. He's in on Ray. Should have the tool. He'll be on. Yeah, we gotta hope that we can pull a drop out of him somewhere to compensate for at least the JMK. Great Mothers, I don't think I'll need. So we'll just do the thing here. What did I say I wanted? We'll just do it. Attacker, crit damage. This will do. All right. Snoover, do you already have a plan for JML when Satel Shan takes JKR away? I'm not sure how to compensate this. To be honest, I think with having Jedi Cal and JKL on the team, I don't think that for a lot of matchups, you're really missing JKR. There's a couple where I feel he's really important, like if you're doing JML versus Balin, JML versus Maz, it is nice to be able to mark the priority target and they can't hide from you under stealth and stuff like that. So, there. Alright, knock this one out. Aye. Aye. Part where I usually put it on auto. I don't think there's anything I really need to think through. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. We'll just let it run. Yeah, I mean, there are a couple matchups where you might be missing JKR, but I don't know. We've definitely, as a community, have said that Jedi Cal alone isn't the full lifter that JML's really needed to really raise his spot in the meta, right? And certainly taking JKR away from that narrows a couple of his options. So it's not that it's no loss, but I will say for most uses of JML over the years, JKR's felt nice to have rather than need to have. Like, you know when you need it. When you need to be able to get somebody under stealth, when you're relying on his savior to potentially save JML if you're worried about him getting blitzed or something. Stuff like that. Here's our prophesied 64. Okay, mark that green. Okay. All right, he scored another couple of 65s here. 65 on Ray, full marks. And down bottom, it was a 65 on the dad bod. Yeah, it's looking grim, I gotta say, guys. We gotta get him somewhere. Drop, damn it. All right. If we do the JK mirror, we're in it's real risk of just getting outside bomb. How do I deal with that? See, if you take in Han and stun Cat, JMK's third's gonna cleanse it anyway. Hi, I'm clicking and holding the ability. Would you show me? Okay, thanks. Actually, it doesn't specifically say Dispel, but I'm maybe thinking of it happening from some other effect.
You realize you're muted, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he got DVDE there. 65. Let me do a quick fight before I run for. All these are kind of fun, though. Let me, we actually have ads starting here in a few minutes, so it's just as well. Let me step away a few minutes. My daughter's about to get dropped off by the bus. I'm going to pick her up, get her situated. It'll be a few minutes, and we'll be right back. So, see you guys in just a few. Appreciate you. All right. We're back. Daughter is off the school bus and settling in. Get back. So, Dark Killer has cleared the board for a 1405. Picked up a couple extra banners. And I want to say, what's the rest of this look like? 64. Yeah, it looks pretty good. What was that? Yeah, no drops anywhere. So, yeah, I wanted to throw the Balin on defense. And certainly, Dark Killer would have had the right to expect that. So, fair enough. Yeah, it looks like he's probably got us dead to rights, guys, unless he actually drops here on fleet catastrophically, which I doubt. I think he's got us, so might try some stuff. This one, well, let's do the DTMG here. Let's run that. Here, we'll run this. Now, I saw the one with the buffs up on basic being the better way. Let's find out together. We'll have to mind our dispels. Right? Okay. Yeah, this one might be a toughie. Keep mashing this for now. That feels like the right thing to do. Like, my suspicion would be, in the end, we're able to effectively kill. We'll revive. This is okay. It's not a dispel action. Is there a reason why he didn't? We didn't. I don't think we have passive dispels. This is the one thing we really don't want. Going on. These things take time. We believe in the power of the moth. Right? Oh, yeah, it's because, Inquisitor Barris is there. No revives. Right. So if we have to... About that. That's why the Night Trooper... The Night Trooper has so much more health than Death Trooper. Leave him alone. I actually need him available to hit the others, not that one. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're all back to full, man. Our massive damage shenanigans are not working out the way we want them to. The AoE Dispel out of Inquisitor Barris is nice. I really think that there is some type of future there. The amount of restoration, you're not keeping up with it with our spam protocol. That was the idea, right? Just spam. That is the premise. Oh boy, we're getting perilously close to almost killing somebody. I was about to say, isn't it about time for like 3 different forms of restoration to go out? Tank troop better able to. How come allies with alert aren't assisting? Not 100%. To be honest with you. Trying to see if anybody's actually going to die in the end.
Doesn't seem like it. So
yeah, it's unfortunate. Had to try though. All right, more science then, guys, because we knew that the JMK was kind of the sinking point for us. So, guess what? Bane here for BK, but GG again, guys. Where are they in the chat? Yeah, Dadadan. Dark Killer, yeah. JMM we know will work here. Why don't we just do JMM? Hear my daughter just singing to herself in the background. Crit damage. Let's see here. Turn meter. This one's okay. This one's the better one. But who is that? Oh, that's for Cere. This one's. All right. Debuff cleanse is death mark. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to get rid of debuffs and immediately getting punked out for that. So, that is the plan. Livable. Now, last time I did this, I didn't give enough time for Jocasta to recover. I think a big part of this is killing this guy if we can early. That would be really slick. It's tough to kill, though. Yeah, this is why I remember moving off of him as a target last time. Couldn't get lucky stunning him, so use up a bunch of time counterattacking. Ayla, can you land a stun this time? Nope, no stun. Tenacity down, yes. Stun, no.
For what it's worth, Grogu did say no.
going on, Dagger? How you doing?
Enjoying vacation.
Hmm?
It is the best.
Yes, happy
Unlike
Thursday,
your
James.
GAC, which is the worst.
Damn.
Unless you win, then it's the best.
I don't think that's happening today. But we are learning
then
some
it's the
stuff.
worst. Then it's the worst.
Aw. Well, it's just a matter of perspective. Oh, wow, we're able to stun? Third time's the charm with tenacity down? You shouldn't have. Still haven't killed the guy we wanted to kill, though, for the record. Alright, finally gone. Now let's see if I can't... like that. Alright, now we stun and control. Chill. Okay.
I honestly forgot.
Hey,
GAC was...
there's the start. Alright. 64. Alright. DTMG and not being able to do enough damage. Name a more iconic duo. Yeah, well, we saw the most successful attempt was using Night Trooper as well. So we kind of knew that going in. And we took the risk. We know Cere is going to dominate. I don't know how much testing value there is in that. Anything you want to test against this Dadbod Boba team, guys? Want to hear all about it.
Was it? Oh, just regular ass GMK hold you out?
Leia. Yeah, Leia. We used Leia. Did not work.
What part of it didn't work? Like, where did
The
it go
part
wrong?
where everybody died but Leia before the first ultimate. That part.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
con did you take?
High crit damage tanker chrome.
Bulk level 3?
I think this one was turn meter.
Yeah, how'd that work against GMK?
We didn't take
Very
it for
good.
the turn meter. We didn't take it for the turn meter.
No, I know, I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just giving you a hard time. Shake got it. Shake got it.
Is there a...
No, I forgot about Gex. Lost a 2-drop today. So
Oh,
I've
yeah?
just been playing.
I want to see about Aphra somewhere.
Do it
I
against
want to
Riva.
try Aphra here against...
Do it against Riva.
Why?
You said you wanted to test something. I'm
Yeah,
throwing it
but
out
don't
there.
you think that this might be interesting?
I think if it beats Riva, that's more interesting.
I think it will be Riva. Sure, we can do that.
Well, confirmation is key, right?
Sure.
You still have JMK. Like, that Boba team's going to die when you want it to die.
Well, that's probably going to be my solution for JMK in the back.
Oh. You have CLS. That Boba team will die.
Something of the kind. We'll figure it out. Aphra Riva. I saw that in the GG data, Datadan. Yeah. It's not the... I wouldn't be the first to pull this off. And I mean, we've got Relic Delta and God only knows what else, but I am expecting good things. No revives is the name of the game. They have 10 up, so not much point in doing Doubt. Well, that's not true, because we could do the cooldown increase. And then B2 is just about to strip. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to land the Doubt off then. Why don't we go with the summon then, and then let B2 do his thing and see if we can't get something off of that. Not really of a value to me to Mass Assist her at this time. Basic right now. Yes, let's have some of that. Fine. Up with this. Sure.
Kill Riva first while there's the no revive clause up.
I'm sorry?
Kill Riva while you can, while the no revive is up.
Sure.
That AoE might actually kill somebody, so I'd just basic.
I mean, I do kind of want Ninth to die.
I didn't do that.
The game. Not as much reset as I would have preferred. Might. Thou art smitten. Sure. Go away. 2. Yeah. Good stuff. So it would have been a 64. Solid knowledge. EKM, I think itself would not work. Malgus, we used the Sith Eternal components doing a successful Stranger counter, the one we talked about on the show.
You could do Cere here. I don't know how that looks.
That's what I was just winding up to. Cere, Malicos, Maul, Crew, Inquisitor Barris. Armor penetration, hacker. There you are. What are you singing, sweetness? Big tall girl here. Go on. Ed's streaming. You have to celebrate the glories of Winnie the Pooh somewhere else. If you haven't seen Talzin versus Scion of Django, it's worth a look. I've done it before. I just have both my healer crowns on defense, I want to say.
Well, you only have 2 healer crowns?
Yes. 2 dark side healer crowns, anyway.
Oh, I was going to say, dude, that is, like, extremely light. Fair enough. Man, if and when Malicos ever gets a turn.
Okay. This one's the heal, right?
Which do the dispel. Probably want to do the dispel.
Maybe. I guess you're the first one that needs to go, though. So, 1, 2.
I always forget that they scale offense based off how many turns the opponents take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll go for you. Actually, no. Stronger. Delicious. Yeah, so that worked. Maul was a liability in the sense that I don't recall how many deaths he had. I didn't think it was a very high stack, but it was clearly a high enough stack. All right.
Well, remember that deaths scale off of your offense, and they stack offense the more turns your opponents take, and then he stacks offense every time he pushes. So after that first push, his offense is probably ridiculous.
It.
Plus, he hurt himself. He took away all his prots. So when those thermals hit, they, hit his max health all at once.
Kat is going to stay stunned if I shoot her with Han before JMK uses third, right?
Why are you asking me questions I don't know the answer to?
Okay.
I think so.
A lot of good you are.
I think so.
Why don't we test that real quick? JMK, Cat, Mace, yes, Snips. And then Han. I don't think JMK is one of those teams that needs... Yeah, if all light side, all allies are light side. Here, if they're all GR or Lesu. Okay, so we would not have the Savior here. Okay, so we're missing the Savior effect, but we shouldn't need to rely on that. Hacker... Any left of these? I don't really need so much as I need the health. I think this will do. All right, let's give this a shot. See if we can cheese this. Otherwise, Cat gets immediately sniped, I think. Hi. Okay. Oh no. Okay, you chose the right one. Well, I think we can all agree we had him there the whole time, and anyone who says otherwise is a damned liar. No. Future is now. Okay. Yeah, I did remember correctly that there is a dispel happening. It's probably through JMK's unique or something. That's cleansing the stun off of Cat. So the theory, not there. What is it? 2 turns until we come back around? He could probably. Not willing to risk it. Call it a dub on that. All right, so we're through. He got a 1405 to my 1341 in the end. I mean, obviously, a couple experiments in there, but the one drop on JMK surely was enough to lose just on that. All right. We've done this. Hmm. 25 will have to do. Right. That. Yeah. I think that'll do. Keep you exposed. All right. Still almost there. Yeah, 76. Then we'll go for the 76 here as well. Yeah. Okay. Just not a single. The only ship that's assisted is the tank the entire fight. Still, after all this, it's still only that. Ha! It's still only the fucking tank. 50% my ass. I still don't think there's been any assists the entire match out of anything that isn't the tank. I'm pretty confident. Remarkable fight. Truly amazing stuff. All right, there's an assist. And after we've already used ultimate. Fuck, it's insane that nothing assists. Glad we got all the way down to the very last ship before Han did his first assist the whole fight, I want to say. All right, so clean on fleet. What is that? Yeah, that's pretty good. So you got 76, 77, and 76 on fleet. So you got great fleet scores too. Yeah. Oh, there's nothing to do if you're gonna get dodged. I'll live with that. Of course, GG to Dark Killer and Dan. Again, good match. See you hopefully next season here very soon. Let's go ahead and cover the attacks. As far as how we went through the defense, I did cover how we cleared the bottom front and Stranger up top at the beginning. The rest of these fights he did while we were live here, so you're going to have to thumb throughout the VOD to see how that turned out. But suffice it to say, he had no drops on squad and had solid scores on, on fleet. And yeah, finished up with a hell of a score, 1854. Great, nothing to complain about. Now, for my attacks, bottom front against his great mothers, we went in with Reva, full, 63 banners. Against EP, DVDE, we did Saw, Luthen, Cere, Krex, Kyle for 62. Yeah, we didn't get all the stuns I would have preferred, and maybe Fatal has a point about leaving Kyle off. Kyle was okay, but, I don't know. I'll think about it. Let's see. Against Gas Krex, JML full 63 banners. Against Stranger, we did see Savage, Nihilus, Malik, and Treya with the Cad Bane Kron, support Kron. 59. So better than a Lord Vader would have been. That was the underlying thought. All right, in the back, against his JMK, Cat, Mace, Snips, and Padme, I guess I missed. Went in with Leia first. Saw good data. You know, data on GG was with an attacker cron having high crit damage, getting a 64. If I went in with the Rex FDC, which I did have available, that would have been likelier to be a 63. So I thought this was probably the better way to go, and it was not. We didn't have a ton of bulk on the cron, but neither did some of the other successes I saw. So we wanted to see if that was going to work. It did not. So Leia was just bad. We had everybody gone before the first ultimate. You know, everybody but Leia. So terrible position to be in. Also, God, the incredible circumstance in which we did logs onto Drogon, did not turn past Drogon, and somehow Drogon got his first turn before Cat dropped her, you know, took her first turn. Not entirely certain about how I expected that to go, but I was hoping to be able to hit Cat when she wasn't in DI there, and twice we were delayed, and twice she was still in fucking DI. So that was incredible. Withdrew, went back in with JMK, Cat, Mace, Snips, and Han. Trying to recall, you know, just ancestral memory. Is there something allowing us to keep Cat stunned even though JMK is going to use his third on her? And the answer is no. And fortunately for us, the Snips decided to assassinate our Mace. Sorry, their Cat decided to assassinate our Mace. So I assassinated their Cat with my Cat and went through the rest of the fight, cleaned it up. I forget what that was. See, probably something like a 42 if I had to guess, because we did lose Mace entirely. All right, Ray, Swolo, Xeris, Exile Ezra, and GK, Slacker, Dre, Hux, Fu. I want to say that was a 59 something. We just went in with those, and I think we actually kept Dre in the end too. So maybe a 59, I want to say. All right, so just because of the drop there on JMK, we knew it was Battleship Sunk, so I did have a little bit of adventure against this Reva up here. Went in with DTMG, Gideon, Scout, and Death, and... oh, Moth, yeah, of course. Yeah, I recall using DTMG much earlier in the season and thinking that we could rely on Moff Gideon's massive damage. I saw a successful attempt using DTMG against this type of Reva, where instead of Death Trooper, you have Night Trooper. And I think that that is more than just cosmetic. I think you need his damage to help bridge the gap, because while you may not have as much direct damaging power with this version of the Reva team and this FTC, they have a ton of restoration. Just relying on Moff Gideon to try and whack them down wasn't going to do it. So I think Night Trooper would have been just fine in there. Went back in with Aphra, BT1, 000, IG90, B2, and I want to say that was going to be something like a 4. It would have been a 64. Like a 0 plus 44. I think we withdrew, yeah. All right. Up top, what did I do against the Adbot? That was just Cere, right? Yeah, Cere, Malicos, Maul, Crew, and Inquisitor Barris. Yes. 61, I want to say? 61, 62? I know that Maul exploded himself. Not before taking one person with him. Against BKM, we didn't even use Bane for that. We had Bane available, but I did use JMM, and I want to say that was a 64. And that in. And then against the Fugitive Omega team here was Gungans, same as last round. Pretty straightforward, 65. That was with the attacker crown. And again, if you're coming in late for Fleet against his home one, we did Leviathan, 3-man for 75. Couldn't get those couple banners back. Against Executor, or sorry, Executrix was Executor for 75? Wait a minute. No, I got 76 with Leviathan, 75 with Executor, and 76 with home one here. I think that's the way it was done. Yeah, so that's round one. I guess I'll find out here in a bit. I think there are 1 or 2 Erodiums in the bracket, so it is possible I might have one for round 2. I'll let you guys know. Dark Killer, big GG's task. Great match again. If you want our attack plan, I can send it to you on Discord. I'm pretty sure I was speaking to you or to your partner already on Discord. Please do send over your attack notes. If you did mention, either you or your partner mentioned that you might be able to record. You had been able to record some of your fights against my defense. Any of that, feel free to just post directly into the Cantina chat or the GAC chat on my Discord. Share that with the people. Let everybody see that. I'm sure we'd all be curious. So, yeah. I mean, sure, if you want to DM it to me, that's fine. But I'm just going to post it where people can see it because people are going to want to see besides me. It's cool. Whatever works for you. Appreciate you, though. Good luck for the rest of the week, man. It's gonna be good. You're gonna have some tough fights. Let's go ahead and get ready to wrap up. Of course, if you want to be in touch in between episodes, you want to find out when I'm gonna go live, be alerted when my content gets posted, be on my Discord. There's the link for that. Of course, if you're catching me live, you already know I'm here at twitch.tv/Tassenix, and I also simulcast from my YouTube channel, Tassenix Gaming, where if you've not been there before, whole bunch of Swigger-related content you might be interested in. Stuff like the How to Mod Guide series, the mod guides on individual characters and factions that you've asked about, stuff like the How to Use Hot Utils Patreon for the automation feature, so much more. It's also a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena Focus podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal, where we break down our combats into thereabouts of the top 100 of Kyber 1. We'll tell you how we dealt with the meta matchups that we saw out there and our favorite attacks and defenses, our lessons learned for the week to come, and anything else that we think is worth sharing with you guys. That show is native to Spotify, but wherever you catch an episode, check the description. There is a link that you can use to plug it into your preferred podcast program and follow it that way. Anything you enjoy over there on the YouTube, please hit like. Hit subscribe to the channel to see more, and follow on Twitch. All great ways to support the channel for free. Very much appreciate it. And if you'd like to go above and beyond the Call of Duty to support the channel, there are a few ways to do so. I do have a Cash App. That is $Tassenix. I have a PayPal, which is tassenix@gmail.com. And if you are interested in getting some enhanced Grand Arena scouting power for yourself, early access to my content, and a few other benefits, you may be interested in becoming a patron. Check out patreon.com/Tassenix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest for you. At $5 a month, you enter the Tass House at VIP access level, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming show. That's coming out to our general audience Friday mornings, 8 a.m. Eastern, but patrons have it as early as Monday or Tuesday night, depending on when we sit down to record, giving you early insight going into that first round of the week. I will also occasionally make patron-exclusive videos that you'll have at least a month ahead of the general public. And of course, a dedicated text and voice chat on Discord where I am usually lurking, so pop on in and say hi. Thank you to all my patrons here at VIP Access. Moving on up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to your choice of either OmegaBot or Hot Utils Patreon. OmegaBot is the tool that I highlight at the start of all of my Grand Arena streams. It's the one with the graphs that give you an easily understood sense of your opponent's offensive and defensive tendencies. Anybody can use that tool for free to scout their opponent's last week of Grand Arena history, but only patrons can build out a custom report with any number of weeks. Get a downloadable HTML version of the report with embedded links that'll take you right back into Swigga.gg or Insight with data pre-sorted, just helping you further minimize and focus your scout. Alternatively, you might spring for the Hot Utils Patreon, aka Chili subscription, which is your #1 tool for mass mod management and loadout creation. Nothing else lets you switch so easily between your Grand Arena, TB, TW, and Raid mods. You can use it like TJ and Fatal do to comprehensively remod your roster with the powerful automation feature. You can slice through hundreds of mods in seconds, help out your guild and TW, so much more. No wrong way to go at VIP Access Plus. Thank you to all of my patrons here. At VIP Access Premium, that is $15 a month for the Double Bot bundle. So Patreon access for me, OmegaBot, and Hot Utils, all in one price. Going out and getting those 2 bots anywhere else costs the same as this triple bundle, which is why so many of my patrons say it's one of the best values in the game. Thank you so much to all of my patrons here at VIP Access Premium. I know you guys enjoy the double bots. At the top of the list in Jester's Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper, a madman who pops in and just drops tons of subs, biddies, carries hype trains, and so much more. It's always a pleasure, and it's always appreciated to see you, Nomads. So thank you so much. To Pills, who likewise follows in the footsteps of Nomads and shows up usually towards the end of my streams and surprises me with, 10 gifted subs here, 100 subs there. Never quite know what to expect, but it is always generous and it is always appreciated. Thank you, Pills. Special thanks go out to the Lost Womp Rat, one of my patrons who's gone above and beyond the Call of Duty, not just for me, but for my community, helping us all out with whatever our IT-related needs are. He's got a pretty broad skill set there. So, thank you, in addition to being a supporter of my channel, with all the time and energy that you put into me and to the other people in the community. Thanks, man. To Mrs. Team, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background, whether that's bringing me something to eat or drink while I'm here on stream, or just keeping our daughter in line, while I'm trying to be halfway decent at a phone game and preventing her from tearing the house apart. I appreciate you. And of course, to my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming, Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal. Gentlemen, as always, it is a pleasure and a privilege to record our show every week. Despite the pressures of work, family, raising kittens, whatever the case may be, you guys still show up, for each episode, and I appreciate it, because I learn something every time, and I'm sure the feeling is the same for you guys, occasionally at least. But it's not about us. It is about the listener, the viewer tuning in for our show, and it is rare that a day goes by that somebody isn't reaching back out to us. A comment on YouTube, a DM on Discord, thanking me for the show, because our conversations are helping people pick up actionable intelligence that they're able to apply in their own Grand Arena rounds and helps them win the day. So thank you guys so much for being part of it. 2+, it'll be, oh my gosh, is it 3 years in May? Is that it? Is it 3 years of Plotting and Scheming in May? We're almost there, guys. So thank you for being a part of it, and I wouldn't change a thing. All right, let's head back on over to the main scene and make ready to raid out. YouTube folks, sending you onward. Who's live? Let's see. Looks like Arnold's alive, so let's send you guys on over to Arnold over there on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you next episode. Rhodium pending. We'll see. All right. Twitch side, let's do the prediction. First, 2 or more gets it today. I think that's a fair way to look at it. So the overs have it. Many of you believed, but today wasn't the day. So that's how it is. All right. Let's raid you guys out. Looks like Nooch is going. Nooch has raided into us recently. Let's be so kind as to repay the favor, yeah? Starting up the raid. Shields up, weapons online. Right. Yeah, we're going to more than double his viewer count. This ought to be nice. Nice. Very nice, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Tough to lose for the first round of the week, especially if it means it's going to be more Rhodiums. I've been fortunate so far this season to have avoided any. I've had all real matches, for better or worse. So we'll have to find out. But nevertheless, good match. And we'll see you here Saturday for round 2. If I do have a real one, stay tuned on Discord. Until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.